Okay, we're on live.
Okay.
Okay, so doesn't show anybody's in here yet.
As of
It
yet.
still shows zero, but that's okay because we're testing this out. But the guy, the technician, had a heck of a time trying to get it put on because
That's your
he's.
notification came up now, so people will get the notification.
Oh, okay. Well, it shows we have one. I don't know. Would that be us or
It,
somebody else?
it'll probably be, I think it's on upstairs. I left it on upstairs, I think. Then again, it could be William on his phone. If
Oh,
anybody is there, guys, pop up in the chat and say hello, please. Because we're trying to test Mystical Living Light's new router to make sure everything's okay.
yeah. You're
It
freezing
kind of
up.
tests mine. It tests mine's as well because mine's has not been the best. Am I freezing up any?
Oh, it's Lee. He says, I'm here. Hello. Hey, honey.
Eileen.
Hey, sexy. He gets embarrassed when I call him my young stud.
As long as you're safe with all the weather.
Yeah, he said it's cold where he's at right now. Last I think he was in, I don't know. He goes through so many states I can't even keep up with it for half of
Welcome,
the time.
Ramona.
Oh, yes. Hello, Ramona. I wonder if she pronounces it Ramona or Ramona. Do you pronounce it like the Hispanic way? My mother's name was Ramona, but it was actually pronounced Ramona.
All
I
right.
wonder. I wonder which way she pronounces hers. So, yeah, that's. Oh, and we got the Paranormal Hub Worldwide in too.
Hi, Hub. We need to get our chat soon. We'll set it up so we can get a chat. Be very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. She
Yeah, we're
says, "How are you?"
testing. Oh, it's okay. On you go.
Yeah, so I was telling everybody in the chat, I was telling Drew, the guy had a heck of a time trying to get my router put in because apparently it was outdated, and with the storm coming in, I think it was like a combination of things. And
Right.
he said, now when I put it in, oh, Meg is here. Hello, Meg.
Hi, Meg.
Um, he said when he was putting it in that once he put it in, that's all he's authorized to do. And then I would have to go back in since it's a new router. I would have to go in and put in all my passwords, all my information, all of that. And I said, no, 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 no. You don't understand. I know how to turn the computer on, and that's it. He said, I'm not authorized to do anything else. I said, look, I'm going to leave you in that room and I'm going to come out and I'm going to be in the front room. And if you have any questions, I'm right there. But to let you know, you ain't going nowhere if I have to do that.
You're not getting out this house. You do
Yeah.
realise I'm a witch.
So he called three other techs for the company. I won't say the company's name. I won't get nobody in trouble. But yeah, he had to call three other techs and have them do what they needed to do so that everything would transfer from the old one. All the information, passwords, everything would go
Wow.
into the new system. Meg says, LOL, Mystical. LOL, me too. That's all I know. I have Tom here help me all the time. Yeah, I have Drew because
And
Lee's
I'm not the
even worse.
best.
And Lee's
It's
even worse
trial and
than
error.
me.
It's trial and
So
error, believe me.
he was here for several hours, and then when he came out, he said we're still running tests, but it looks like everything is going through because it kept showing blocked, blocked, blocked where he couldn't do it. He
Right,
said without the others helping him, there's no way he would be able to do it because he said he's not technically not authorized to do it.
right.
And I
It
said,
helps.
well, I said that's your router. I said the guy put it in before from your company like 9 years ago, so it was
Uh-huh.
totally outdated.
You would think they
And
would have to make sure it was working before they left the premises anyway,
yeah,
you know?
because I told him, and he said, well, it's going through, but it's showing that it's not going to be finished until tomorrow. And
Right.
I said, well, what kind of pot pies do you like? I can throw them in the microwave because you're not leaving
Not
me.
leaving.
He
Do you
tried
want a
and he
coffee? Because you're
tried.
staying.
I asked him, do you want coffee? I'll make you coffee. Do you want a water? I'll go get you a cold water. Are you hungry? I'll get you something to eat.
We get
So-
fixed then, that's the main thing.
Yeah, so finally when he said, okay, it's finally going, it looks like it's going through okay, I said, well, don't leave. I said, because I remembered what you said, check everything first. And so I said, I could see that I use a separate computer in the other room for like my eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and all of that. And then I use this one in here for the lives and stuff like that. I said, don't go nowhere. So I went and I checked them. They were on. He said, okay, we're good. And I said, no, I'm going to power them off. Then I'm going to power them back on to make sure I don't have to put in passwords and everything.
Quite
You know,
right,
because-
quite right.
Yeah, because as it was, it just looked like it was running off of what it was before. So I
Right.
powered them off. It came back on. I was like, yes, thank you, Lord.
We can go now, bye.
Yeah. I said, you got all your tools and everything, right?
Just go.
But it was, yeah, but it was nice because a couple of hours later, he sent me a text, to say, to ask me if it was still running okay. And
Oh,
before
that's
I
good.
said okay, I powered them off and back on again to make sure. So I messaged him back and said, yeah, it's running good. Thank you so much for all of your help. I really, really
That's
appreciate it.
I'll do a
So-
survey online to give you a good credibility. But that's good because we've got an interview tomorrow night with Drew One, who's Living History's Mysteries. So we had to make sure we were up and running.
Yeah,
We've
because
got an
then
interview.
after that interview with Drew One, then we've got what PWI is that what a PWI?
Yeah, Sherry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the following Tuesday. So I'll have to Living History Mysteries. I've already got that one set up, and then hers I'll have to go back in and do.
We'll
you know,
confirm it all first and everything anyway. I'll speak to her and make sure everything's still okay, but it should be.
Yeah.
And then we'll guys, and we're looking for guests for any other time. And remember, you don't need to be a witch. It's just anything paranormal, strange, unknown. Do you want to tell your story? Do you want to tell us some knowledge that you know that you could want to share? Absolutely anything. Just come up for a chit chat.
Yep. Meg says that was very smart. Once you get someone to help in person, keep them there. LOL. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let them out of my sight. I
Oh,
wasn't gonna.
Ramona, it's it's the moons. Thank you.
Oh, nice background, Drew. Yep. Oh, I gotta keep remembering I can put the thingies up here. I just forget when I click on them and stuff. But yes, it's running good. Oh,
Do you
man,
want to tell them about the garden stuff as well then? Because you've got a couple of lives going to be planned for that when the weather gets better, haven't you?
Yes. Okay. Thank you. But first, I wanted to give a shout out to thank you for all the subscribers, all the old subscribers that's been with me, because I'm just a little bit tad past 500 if they'll stay there. And so I wanted to say thank you for the subscribers that stuck with me. Thank you to all of the new subscribers, because I have had quite a few new subscribers, just lately in the last month and stuff, coming on with
Good.
you and Chris and,
Good stuff.
Drew
good
one.
stuff.
And yeah, so I did want to say thank you to all my subscribers. All of you are greatly appreciated, and hang in there. And remember, every now and then you got to go in and watch a short one, you watch 2 minutes of one or something for it to stay there. If not,
Yeah.
YouTube kicks you out, and then you think you're subscribed and you're not getting notifications or anything else. And so
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah, every now and then just go in there, check, make sure. I wiggle a lot because I sit on my foot.
Me too. I move about a lot as well.
Yeah.
I just get restless.
And-
I'm always
and
want to do something.
And then my feet go to sleep, and then I have to keep switching right now, massaging my foot because it's starting to go to sleep.
See, I have
And
trouble
so-
concentrating. I can't sit down for more than 10 minutes at a time. So when I'm live, it takes me all my time to actually sit. That's why I started taking up crocheting last night, because I thought I need to do something with my hands. So I've
Oh,
started doing that again.
yeah, I
But
saw
yeah, I
you.
get it. Fidgety.
Cool. I saw your message. Oh, Silver Knight. Kyle is in, and Paranormal Hub just checked. He's Paranormal Hub Worldwide said that I've got up to 516 subscribers.
Good.
So wow, yeah, great,
Brilliant,
great,
you're
great, great, great,
getting there.
great. Drew
Hi, Silver Knight, Kyle.
Drew is trying her best to get me to 1,000. She's gonna show me how to do the StreamYard on my phone. So if I go somewhere and say like I don't have all my paranormal stuff to do, if we just see like a cemetery or graveyard or something, then I can go live. That was her telling me I can do that. So yeah, that was that's something she's gonna show me. So hopefully you'll see me
Especially if
sooner
you're
than later.
out, especially if you're out foraging or something and you think, oh, look at that, that's strange. You can just go live instantly and let us all see,
Yeah, because I've wanted to do that a few times, and
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. I'll get on, get cut off. I probably won't even get on it until I know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, so what Drew was talking about a while ago, I'm trying to do a garden, and I'm going to call it my magical garden. I have several videos of the steps that I had been taking, and I'll continue to do that. But Drew had a good suggestion too, that like once I get it going, to actually do a live video outside. That's what brought it all up on the live, to do a live video outside. That way, if anybody had any questions or anything, I'm sure everybody in here knows how to do a garden except for me. Okay?
Me too.
I'll tell you two little stories. One, I had a cactus somebody gave me, said you don't have to do nothing to it. Well, I killed it because come find out I gave it water when I shouldn't have, and I drowned it, and I guess and killed it. And they're like, how do you kill a cactus? Nobody kills a cactus. And I'm like, well, I did. It's dead. Another thing is my sister-in-law gave me a flower arrangement. You know how like after a funeral and then you'll take like the big flower arrangements back because you don't want to leave the big ones there. Okay, she knows how bad I am with plants and stuff. So she found one. She said, look, I went through all of them. I split them all up except for you because I know you how you are. So I saved this one. You take it home. And what you do is just like every 3 days to sit it in the sink and just get you a spray bottle and lightly spritz it. That's all you do. I babied that thing. I set it on my lap. This was from my late husband's mom's funeral. I didn't want to kill it because it was from her, her funeral.
Yeah.
So I set it on my lap and babied it all the way home. I can't remember. I lived in Fredericksburg, I believe. She lived like in Livingston, which was like hours away. So I babied it. We stopped and we spent the night somewhere. I took it inside with me to make sure it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold in the car. And I get home and I did what she said. And I did that for several months until I realized I was looking at it and thinking, well, it's not growing or anything. I got to looking at it real good. It was fake. The plant was fake.
Oh.
She gave me a fake one knowing I would have killed it if she gave me one.
That's why she's telling you just to put it in the sink and spray bottle it. Well, I'm the same. I've never grew anything. I've got one plant I've had for about 2 years in my toilet, and I just keep watering it every couple of days, and I think that's why it's alive. Meg said she'll help us any questions. She's good at gardening. So we'll be taking you up in that, Meg.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she sent me a few messages. So I've been doing so much researching on how to do things to the point that I actually, in case I forget to do something, feed it or whatever, put whatever on how to do that. The drip water thing, not the whole system. That's too expensive. The jug, the milk jug drip system. How to put the bottle. I showed you a picture of it with the top off and the hose to put it down actually in the dirt, and you pull the top off and then you feed it through that and you close it up and it slow releases and it decomposes in each pot.
Yeah.
So I've been doing all of that. Let me stop yapping for a minute. Let me see what
You'll be able to
um,
get them up, I think.
says. Going live is close proximity to undulating energies makes for difficult filming, but fun never the fun
Yeah.
nonetheless. Okay,
Yeah.
but Meg says too
It's
funny.
more because she stays in such a nice part of the country. It's more to let us here in Scotland and different things see it, even if it's not for an investigation. It would be good for us to see these places live, you know.
Yep. Okay,
I can't
take
wait.
care. Says I have to step away. Peace, love, and light to all. Okay, well, thank you for dropping in. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, bye, Kyle. Speak to you soon, buddy. I need to keep flipping back and forward, guys, on the comments.
So, yeah. So when I found that out, I called her up and I said, "Okay, I see what you did." She started laughing. She goes, "Good Lord, it took you long enough to figure that out." I said, "I was afraid to even touch a leaf. I was afraid I was gonna kill it."
Just put it in a shelf and just leave it.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. So I got it, I put it way up on top, and it just collected dust for years because it's like, okay, at least I don't have to worry about
At
it
least you did
anymore.
keep it forever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I
want to
just,
grow a sunflower. I've always had a vision of growing a nice big sunflower, and I've never done it. So
yeah,
this year, I'm definitely going to try and grow a
yeah.
sunflower. Some
You,
herbs and things.
yeah. Well, I researched the sunflowers, and you can do it in containers.
Right.
So, yeah.
Good stuff. Good, good. I'll do that.
So, what it is since I'm going to call it um, magical garden, because not only will I obviously be eating out of the garden, it's because I'm growing stuff that I can also use in my workings,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where that's going. Plus, you got all of the kitchen witches too, or
Ooh.
green witches, and that's what they do. If they're cooking something up and using stuff from their garden, whatever, and they can
Are
do
you going to
prayers
put
and
crystals in it? I noticed that when I've seen people in the past, sometimes they put crystals in the garden and things. We could research what crystals to put in there,
yeah,
you
because
know?
they vibrate really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And I want to do a video when you said that to like do a separate video too. If you're standing in the middle and maybe once they start to sprout and grow to do a prayer you know
Yeah. Empower
over
it.
over all of them. And
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm gonna do that because especially since we go dig our own crystals
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yep,
Um,
definitely. I mean, the compost
Megan,
and things you're doing, I'm not doing the compost heap, guys. Mystical Loving Light is, so check out that because she puts a lot of detail in it, how to actually do a proper compost bin. So
yeah.
definitely check that out if it's something you're interested in. It's an amazing. She's put a lot of thought into it and a lot of research. I can't wait to get started. It's just a
Yeah.
case of the weather changing. That's it. You
Yeah, it
know.
says so. Bye, Mag.
Bye,
Bye.
Meg. I'll speak to you soon, sis.
And she says, I talk and sing to them. Well, I'll talk to mine. I won't sing because I'll give them nightmares. I can't
I
sing.
might guess we might give them a little melody. Maybe give them some music. Play the radio or something in the
Yeah,
garden.
I can have my phone out there playing music on my
Yeah.
phone. And
While we're putting about them. I can't wait to get started. I'll grow a couple of sunflowers. I think I'll grow rosemary and things like that because that's quite easy. So I'll start off with the easiest stuff of
right.
all, you
Yeah,
know?
that's exactly what I'm doing. I
Hmm.
hear green beans. Like green beans is easy
Right.
to plant and they grow fast. So there's 20 between the vegetables and the herbs. I'm gonna do 25 of them, which are
Right.
supposedly the easiest to do.
Hmm.
And then Lee's gonna make me two more tables because I told him that white one because that's actually a door. I
Door,
told
I
him that.
noticed that.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I told him that one I want to use for my work table.
Right.
The
When you're
where
out there.
where the other ones he's got the slits going through, water can drain down under him
Right.
and stuff like that. That one I want for my work table. So he's gonna
Hmm.
make me two more. So I kind of rearranged out there, but I'm trying to get everything done, everything prepared, because up until May, like the middle of May, we still have freezes. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
anything growing above the ground it will
We
die if we do it before that. So
Yeah, we're about March, May as well. We're about April, May, the end of April, mid-April, I would say the weather starts to change here. You can feel a big difference. So we're not that far behind
yeah,
you, if you in front of you. I mean,
yeah,
it just
cause
depends. Every year's different. You can't rely on the weather these days. You just need to play it day by day. It could be spring tomorrow for all you know.
yeah, we get a lot of those the false springs. You know,
Yeah.
everything blooms, and see, I have like apple trees and stuff out there.
Oh,
Every year
nice.
it blooms, and if I
Uh-huh.
don't get blooms and stuff off to collect for a lot of my workings, the next freeze that comes, it kills them all, and
Kills
then
it off.
yeah, and then it doesn't grow half the amount of apples that it would have, you know, because they're all
Hmm.
dead, you know, they all die off. But we get
Yeah.
those, yeah, those false springs, and you're like, yes, it's pretty, and it's been nice for 2 weeks, and then sure enough, you get to doing stuff outside, and boom,
Uh,
the
Gone.
freeze.
You need to time it. Timing's everything, I suppose. But there's definitely other stuff I can start planting for inside because the sun is really strong right now, especially in this dining room. So little things like
Yeah,
tomatoes and things like that, I'll start them in the next 4 weeks or something because it's definitely hot enough in here to grow tomatoes.
yeah, and see, there is a lot that can be done inside, and then all you have to
Hmm.
do is put them like kind of in the more shade than sun, and then kind of work them more and more in the sun to get them acclimated to the sun.
Right.
But I have no room in my house to do a starter thing. I seriously don't, because I have, you know, I have the kitchen, I have the front room, then we have the bedroom and our bathroom. Everything else, the whole
Yeah.
entire house is geared toward, since I work at home, the whole thing is geared toward my work, and I have
Of course.
I
That's
have not
understandable.
one, yeah, I don't have one wall or shelf that ain't got stuff on it. So,
Yeah.
and my windows, you know, like the front window, there's a couch in front of it, so I can't even
Uh-huh.
get to the windowsill.
Right.
The one in the other room over here, it's got the computer and all of that stuff in front of it. In here, I got all the windows closed off because with all the
Yeah, because it
oils,
makes extra room, doesn't it? Hmm.
yeah, well, in here I have to have them all closed off because you have to keep your oils in a cool,
Cool.
darker place. So I have
Yeah.
those all closed off. So I have no windows to put anything in. So I'm just gonna literally have to wait till all of the freezes and frosts are over before I do
Our wee
anything.
finger fell off. I was dusting it yesterday and she fell over on the table and her little finger fell off this side. So
Yeah,
I'm going
you.
to put it back on with some nail glue.
Yeah, or it's like super glue works real good too if
Yeah,
you have super glue.
I'll get some super glue if nail glue
Okay,
doesn't work.
so it made it the whole entire way from United States, from Tennessee, all the way to Scotland, did not get
Yes,
broke, and you're dusting and knocked its finger off.
yes. And she fell over. She fell over on the table, and I thought, my goodness. So we'll glue her wee finger back on. But she made it safely all that road. What was the
uh,
comments? Wait, I've not been looking at comments, guys. Sorry, I'll flip
uh,
back.
who you looking at? Okay, well, first Ramona says, yay, good for you, proud of you. And then Ramona also says, keep working hard. She says, good to know. She says, you are silly. I don't know who's more silly, or Drew or me. It's a
Yeah,
tie, I think. And then she
you'll not have
says,
seen her friend. That's her sister.
yep.
The two of them are sisters. Look, see. And Mystical Living Light's got these on her website. Remember, guys, this is Crone Freya, and this is Little Mystical.
Yeah, the Swamp Witch.
Yeah.
And then Ramona says, I'm proud to team up with you. Aww.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that's kind of like what we just wanted to come on. The three things. One, to
Yeah.
make sure everything was working before our actual live
Mhm.
with a guest right now. Like Drew's my co-host, so we have
Yeah.
special guest on. And then to say thank you to the subs, and then talk about the magical garden that I'm doing. But I'm still gonna do like some videos, just like with like just with clips in it, just to kind of like update every so often.
Mhm.
But I think instead of just putting garden, excuse me, I'm gonna put magical garden, so everybody will still know that it's geared toward the spiritual side, since my channel's pretty much all things spiritual.
I'm from Scotland, Ramona. Lanark, Scotland.
Yes.
Basically, I'm about 40 minutes outside Glasgow, and then about an hour outside Edinburgh, and about another hour to the border over to England. So pretty central.
So see, her witch made it all the way from the States to there without breaking.
She lasted 2 weeks and her wee finger fell off. Don't worry, we'll get them glued on and they'll be sturdy. Poor wee witch.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you have super glue, any kind of glue like that, it should stick right back.
Yeah.
It should stick back right on it, but
Then I'll just be careful with her.
yeah.
Sorry, Lee.
So I'm doing the wood. I'm still cutting the clips off of the wood, for the pose. I'm trying to Paranormal Hub Worldwide, LOL mystical. So I'm trying to first do everything I can do without having to buy stuff, and then the stuff I need that I can't make or do, then I'll have to buy it and stuff like that, because yes, seeds are easier and cheaper to plant, but I figure the ones that I can get a little plant from, I think
they're the best.
Yeah, I have a better chance with them because I don't have a good track record to keep things alive. And
yeah, that's the hard work done, I think, because it's hard to get that little seed to crack. I mean, I think some of them you've got to put in tea towels and things until it cracks with water and things. So I'll definitely be doing that too, try to get ones that's already shrugged, if you like.
And the ones you can't find, then probably the seeds, but I'm not going to do the seeds inside because, like I say, I have no place for it. If I had a place for it, because, and let me tell you, I saw a video, if you're going to be doing them inside, and she said you can take, we'll just use this for example. Let me get this stuff out. We're going to pretend like this is a regular coffee cup, with no hose in it, or something like this. Well, you want it more formed like this, not curved, but a glass like wine glasses, that's just like this, anything like that, and they don't have holes in them, you can still use them to plant your stuff in it inside to get them ready to start growing. What she said was is since they don't have hose, you get a baggie, not the zip kind of baggie, not the Ziploc that has those, but the kind like the old-fashioned kind that
the thinner ones.
Yeah, that just flip out. They have the little flip over thing, like to put your bread in and then you flip it over. Okay. She said you can, if you care about the cup that you might use later, so you don't want no water stains in it. She said get one of those bags, put it inside, and then just put the rest of the baggie over, out like this, just push it in. Then you get a second baggie, and you just get any little thing, and toward the bottom, just punch a hole through it.
Okay?
And then you put that baggie inside the other baggie. That way, when you put your seed into plant, it's not holding all of that water. It's not holding all of that water in that bag because the hose will leak it out into the second bag. And that way it's just not sitting in water. And then later, when you plant it, you take the baggies out. Then when you go plant it, all you have to do is just fold. She said don't grab it from the top because you might break it. She said just fold the baggie down off of it, and then plant it.
Wow,
so she said just fold the plastic off of it. Don't take a chance of pulling it out because they're real tender. And then she said, in the event that you don't care about the cup, it's a cup that you don't ever use. People give you cups all the time or whatever
boat
it
handle or
is.
something.
It can be a Tupperware container, anything. So when you set it down, you don't have to worry about water leaking out on your
Uh-huh.
table or water leaking out on your windowsill. But if you don't care about water stains inside, you just use the one baggie, make the hole in it, put the one baggie in, and then the excess water will just come out of the bag into the cup, and and then you can just use it year after year. And I thought, well, that was
Brilliant.
real nice.
Uh-huh. See,
Instead of going out and actually buying more like plastic cups and stuff like that.
I've got loads I could use. It just sat about, especially ones for Liam when he was younger, that he doesn't use
Yeah.
any more plastic ones, so I would probably use them. I've got loads.
Yeah, so she was showing that, and she was just showing like all different cups and I
Good
thought,
wee
well,
tips.
that's actually a very good idea. Let me
Uh-huh.
look over here and see. JJ Adventures is in here. Hi, lady.
Hi JJ, hi John.
Um, Ramona's asking, Drew, what is your path?
Hi Phoenix. My path, I am a practicing witch. I'm not really any title as of such. I just do magical workings. I like to do candle magic. That's my forte, I would say, is my candles. I do pouches for people when they're suffering, usually William's work friends and things. I do a lot of baggies for them. I do tarot readings. So I'm a witch, but I'm more just spiritual. And I like to paranormal investigate. I do say I've got my own team, which is Drew's Abandoned Paranormal, which is really me who's the main investigator. And my son comes out, my partner comes out with us. I'm part of Ghost Squad Scotland, who's Christopher. I think he's still in chat. And the Paranormal Investigate doing that. And we do a podcast on a Wednesday talking to people about crazy things about Scotland. So I'm just really spiritual and a paranormal enthusiast, I would say. I'm trying to stay away from titles because I don't really know, to be honest. Very
Well,
spiritual, I would say.
and that's what that yeah, because if you just use the word spiritual, it's such a huge vastness to it, um, to where a witch is just kind of so isolated that people all they think is what they've seen or heard
Yeah,
on,
and spell casting and making potions and things, and it really isn't that. It is that
Yeah.
in a small portion, but that's not what it is. It's more about living a certain way of life where you try and do your best for people. If you can help somebody with healing them, you do that. I mean, it's loads. It's not just about making potions and running about in
Yeah.
a broom.
And also, I did an interview with Drew. It's on my channel in the live
Mhm.
section, so you can hear all of her, lot of the questions that was asked. She answered and everything too. So you can
Yeah,
always
check it out. It's
look at that.
interesting.
Did you? The Paranormal Hub Worldwide says, "Oh my God, them red daggers." What?
She was blue. I'm black and rose gold this week.
I like to do.
For
I like to
witches,
do
that's
black.
crazy, isn't it? It's funny
Yeah.
how all witches always do their nails and things. And I've noticed I can't really grow mine a lot.
I've had nails for so long.
I
Um,
can't grow mines, but I'm not thinking about going and trying and get some sort of false ones. I've never done it before. I've done my own, but I've never went for any sort of false ones before.
yeah.
I might try.
Well, see, the reason I started cutting, okay, my real nails grow way longer than this. They grow so long they start curving. And my
Right.
mother's would grow twice as long and twice as thick.
Right.
But I'm so used to having them and doing stuff. And when I would break them, they would break way down in the quick.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. And it would burn and it would hurt. And my fingertips would hurt so bad because my fingertips never touch anything.
Right.
Because my nails were always so long. And once they would break off way down in the quick, I couldn't even like clip off the extra without going in the quick also, and it would hurt
Right.
so bad.
Bad.
So about, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 years ago, I just finally said, I can't take the pain. It just hurts too much every time I break them off. I went to, because I worked at Walmart and they had one of the places that does nails in there. So I
Right.
went in there and said, clip off all of my nails and put me fake nails. And she
Right.
said, are you sure? And I said, yes. I said, if these break off, okay, it comes off. It kind of hurts a little when it comes off. But I'm not breaking my
know,
real
it's
nail
not
way
painful.
down in the quick. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
said, just cut them all off, put me fake ones, and I'm just going to go from there. And
Right.
a lot of times my nails would grow so long that these just kind of pop off on their own because they grow so long. And then I'll go and I'll be like, I need to fix this. So that's what I started doing. But
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, that pain would be horrible. And then I couldn't
It
touch
gives them extra
anything.
security.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
fingertips would just be so sore because they've not touched anything in years because my nail hits before my fingertip, whatever hit
They're
anything.
handy though when you're a witch, I've noticed, because a lot of people will use, I think it's also tequila does it as well, they'll use their pinky where it's like a little scoop to weigh things, measure things out.
Yeah, yeah, and I do that like when I do a lot of taking them out of the jars. If I just need a pinch instead of doing this, I'll use probably the middle finger because it's the nail's wider, and I'll do that. But I mean, when I had my real nails and they were pretty thick, and that's why they would break way down. I couldn't even clip them off. But I would use them as a screwdriver. Whenever I needed something, instead of looking for a
Edward
screwdriver,
Scissorhands.
yeah, I would just stick my nail in it and I would just start turning it like that, my own without. But yeah, I got to the point I just couldn't take the pain. The older you get, the more
Hi,
pain you
Phoenix.
feel. Hey,
Right.
Phoenix.
Do you have spheres in your collection? Jan's asking. Yeah, I do. I've got a blue. I don't even know if it's actually a crystal or not. I've got a little blue one. They're all in the living room. Little blue crystal ball. I've got the bigger crystal ball, and I've got like a little miniature crystal ball, if you like. So yeah, if that's what you're asking, I have. Yeah, but if it's spheres you're asking for, like such as your crystal spheres and things, I've not. No, I think the only one I've got is this one. The little, I think this is actually just aventurine. It's the only one I've got. Yeah, I think that's in a small, very small amethyst sphere. But yeah, not much spheres at all. You got many spheres, sis?
Actually, I don't have any spears.
No, that's the only ones I've got either. And I think that I actually only have them because I got them in Freyr's Cauldron. Typically,
Yeah.
if I'm going to buy a crystal, I'll try and buy a chunk of it. Like
Yeah.
the size of that orange calcite. I like a
Yeah.
good size because
Yeah, I
when
have
you're
a lot of
working
those.
with them and you're working with them in your hand, like a lot of the time, like if I'm using that to say if you want a little bit more strength on something, calcite, to maybe help you draw in some money, for example, or whatever, then it's a good size in your hand, whereas these smaller ones tend to fall out and you can't grip them and things. So
Yeah.
if I'm going for any crystal, it's always about that size,
Yeah.
so it's comfortable.
Yeah, and those are good too when you're working on your chakras, because if you're laying down working on your own chakra, you can just sit them wherever you need to sit them.
Yeah.
The bigger they stay in place.
Yeah, and most of them have got like a little flat end on them where if you needed to, I mean, that's an orange calcite, so which that probably your throat chakra or something. So it balances nice. So spheres kind of just go everywhere. I mean, look at that. But they're nice to look at. Yeah.
Yeah. JJ says, she said, is JJ a female or a male?
JJ is Jan.
Jan.
Jan,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I kept saying she, but then I would pause because I'm like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings if I do saying it wrong.
It's
So she
JJ's
says-
Adventures because she's Jan and I think her husband's maybe John or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
So it's JJ's Adventures because the
Okay,
both of them do it.
I think you told me that before too, but I couldn't remember. She said I'm
I
a
love
medium
crystals,
and
Jan.
people. Yeah, she says I'm a medium and people ask me questions all the time. Yeah.
Oh,
If they just know you're spiritual, they're gonna be asking you all kinds
yeah.
of questions. Um, let's see
Yeah,
here.
calm stones are good. I haven't even got my crystals on me. They're upstairs on my altar. But I like the wee calm stones. They're just
Anybody else
that
got
nice.
any questions or anything like that? So, now Drew, do you have a show coming up at 5 o'clock today? Well, that would be 9 o'clock your time.
I don't know, guys. I might not go live tonight. I'll see what things happen. I'm actually starting, as I said, to take up crocheting, so I'm trying to master that right now. So I've got it all in my head, and it's just practicing. So I'm going to practice it for a wee while, and if I do feel like going live about 10, I'll do it, right? But I don't see it tonight, to be honest. I'm live tomorrow night with Mystical Love and Light, and then Wednesday over on Ghost Squad Scotland.
Okay, because Danny was thinking you were coming on later. That's the reason I.
Oh, right, yeah, because I usually do my lives on a Monday. I'll see how it goes, guys. I'm not really up to it. I don't feel up to doing a live tonight for some reason.
No, you're doing a live now here.
Yeah, but this is technical. We were to do this to be technical.
Well, we tried to do it 3 days ago, then 2 days ago, and then yesterday.
Yeah.
We finally got it down
Got
today.
it today, yeah. I'm going to definitely show sis how to upload StreamYards on her phone. It's handy to have. You've seen me do lives just going up and down to the shop and things just because it's quick, and do little videos and things. It's easy. Especially those big hills and things around your area. If you're out a drive, just quickly go live and let people see it.
Yeah, so when you do the StreamYard on your phone, do you have to go like into the app section and put it on, or you like Google StreamYard?
Have you got an Android or an iPhone?
iPhone.
iPhone, you go into the iStore and download StreamYards.
Oh, okay. So the app would just say it on there. Do I actually go into the Apple, or because it also, my phone comes just with the little icon of like the App Store.
Yeah, if you've got Google Play on your phone, definitely use Play.
Okay, that's not Google Play. That's just like whatever apps.
I think you can use. I mean, I don't know much about iPhones, to be honest. I don't know if you can do. Can you still download on the Play Store with an iPhone, or does it have to be the iStore?
See, it's that one right there.
So about now, Tassie's chat saying anything. Maybe they'll be able to tell us. I'm sure when I did it with William's phone, I'm trying to think how I did it. I'm sure I opened up Safari and then typed in StreamYard and then logged in from Safari. We'll figure it out. It will be hard.
Okay, because
we'll figure it out.
JJ says, Mystical, you can go to the App Store. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, good. That's good to know.
I always use it. I just use the Google Play App Store. That's what I always use because it's complicated anything else.
Okay, so JJ saw it on there, so she says, yes, Mystical, that's where you go. Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, I'll be a step closer. Everything that I've been taught on this live thing here, it's because Drew has showed me how to do it. You should see our messages back and forth.
That's what I'm here for, to help. I love helping.
Drew will put one thing, and I have 10 questions. And then she'll put one thing, and then I'll have 7 questions until it narrows down, and I'm like, okay, I got it.
But we figure it out, so that's the main thing. So we figure it out.
Yep. Oh, because she's okay. Well, great. Because JJ says she has an iPhone as well. So yeah.
Right. So I'm just trying to think how I did it when I didn't have mine. I know that I used to go live on Williams, and I'm sure I just did it through Safari and logged in every time. But you'll be able to get it through the Play Store. It'll not be hard. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay,
figure
so
it out.
Phoenix asked a question. We'll see if you want to answer this, Drew. She says, I need to make a honey sweet jar for my niece. She's having trouble with her daughter's attitude. Any suggestion for herbs?
Ooh, herbs. Well, you want to well, think about what you're trying to do, right? Let's work it out together, right? So what you're trying to do, you're trying to make her a little bit of attitude change, right? So you're trying to sweeten her up. Maybe put in some lavender to keep her calm and
Mm-hmm.
chamomile just to keep her attitude maybe in the more calmer side. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
throw in some stones, like some clear quartz in there. That'll
Mm-hmm.
help keep her like well keep her attitude cleansed and things. There's
Mm-hmm.
loads. I mean,
Roses, rose
roses.
petals, rosebuds, because that's for love. You want to bring in the love to
Yeah.
sweeten her up, as you know, not love as in romance, love as in family loving.
And what do you associate? I mean, this is important as well. I mean, we could tell you things to put in there, but what do you associate with sweetness?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what do you associate with like, say, for example, her problem is she's not got the latest iPhone. Then you could maybe put like something in there for her to show some gratitude to, that type of thing. So think about what the problem is that she's going through and try and put things in there that help her with that problem.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
And even like mint, because mint is good. A lot of people, when they drink like mint tea, some of them will drink it just like that. Some people will add sugar to it to make it
Yeah.
more sweet. You can
Mhm.
add mint into it with your intentions of making her more sweet, her
Yeah.
attitude more sweet. You know, everything
Yeah.
she does to be more considerate.
Eh,
So,
and there's also other things you can put in there. Put in there something to block out like the negativity in her life because maybe it's emotion, maybe it's like hormones and things. So put a kind of blocker in there so that if she does start to feel negative, that blocker comes in and takes her on it just blocks it out her mind. Really, I mean, I'm the type of person I like to sit and really when I'm planning something, I like to really sit and think, right, what is the problem? So that you're
mhm,
actually getting to the root of why you're having to do this in the first place. Because you
mhm.
could put anything and everything in there and she would still be confused and maybe still have an attitude. So you're better to try and get to the root of why she has an attitude. And it's
Mhm.
fun figuring it all out. It really
Mhm.
is.
Yes, and when you think about an herb, flower, fruit, because it doesn't
Hmm.
necessarily just have to be herbs. It could be fruit. Get it and think about what it does. What color is it? What does it symbolize? What does it look like? You know, what is it used for? What is the purpose of it? And when you
Hmm.
start thinking of all these little things, you start learning how to incorporate that into whatever working that you are needing. Maybe
Yeah.
you need to do a road opener along with it. Maybe you need to open up new
Yeah, no
doors,
doorway.
new things so that her mind can get set on other things and not dwell on anything negative or
Yeah, and
you
aging things
know.
is important as well because if it is a hormone thing with our age and things, then there's all other things you can do, like as Sis was saying, she's probably at a stage where she's having to make decisions. Put a couple of decision making things in there, and as she said, road openers and things, because maybe that's what's on her mind is, am I going to make the right choices in life? So I
Mhm.
think really just
Just
get to the root of what's
yeah.
happening in her head.
Maybe it's her friends. Maybe she's wanting to follow a group of friends that their attitude is causing her to have such an attitude. So
Yeah.
maybe opening new doors, maybe she'll find new friends. Like Drew says, get to the base of it. You don't want to treat what you don't want to treat just the surface. You want to dig down deeper. So
Yeah.
maybe with opening the door, she'll find new friends. Then
Mhm.
maybe that will change her attitude right there, because maybe she'll find some more positive. Now, I'm not saying it's her friends. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that
She's,
could be, that could be a possibility. Maybe it's her friends' boyfriends or something that's influencing. You never really know without
yeah,
really
rose quartz is
digging.
perfect.
Yeah, you have to get down to the base of things, and
Yeah.
then that's why, like when I used to do workings for people, I don't know more. I would ask so many questions because what
Yeah,
would
that's like
happen
me.
is they would volunteer so much information. You would start the working, and then they come up a week later and go, "Oh, by the way," it's like, no,
Something
not
else.
"oh, by the way." I've started working on what you already told me.
You need
So
to
it's
tell
best,
me what's going on.
yeah, yeah, to get
Be honest.
everything out. Let's see here. Uh, Phoenix had something up here. Let's see. Okay, so that was the one we were
Phoenix said rose
answering.
quartz.
Yeah. JJ's. Would both of you suggest chakra stones for balancing?
Definitely. If you feel your chakras are out of line, then definitely study what you need to do. I mean, I don't know much about the chakras, to be honest with you, but it doesn't hurt to balance your chakras anyway if you know how to do it.
Yeah, cause
Um, but
yeah, the
find a
the
stone that you like and carry it with you is the way I balance myself. As I've always told you, I have my smoky quartz on my right hand side, and I usually have my clear quartz on my left hand side. That kind of keeps me balanced.
mhm.
I've not
and
got them
the
on me tonight, but that's what I usually do.
Yep. And see, the thing is about your chakras, it's a continuous thing. People
Mhm.
think, well, okay, I've got my chakras worked on, I'm good. No, if you're always working on your chakras, on all of your main chakras, everything will fall into balance.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you use the red for a certain thing or green for a certain thing or whatever. If you work on yourself, like maybe once a month, then your body will already be balanced because they are already working with each other, not one just out of whack. You have to work
Uh-huh.
on on all of them really.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Especially you feel these things coming on. Like sometimes you maybe think my head's getting sore too much these days, or I'm thinking far too much. Then find your chakra that's for your head, and maybe just keep sitting with it and putting it on your head, putting it on your third eye, and then slowly as the hours go past, you'll feel it balance back out again. I love using crystals. I use crystals all day long. Just sit
hmm
and keep balance them, and slowly, if you feel your chakras wear out of balance in your head, it will slowly go back in.
Yeah, and so many other parts of your body could be out of whack and causing you to feel a certain thing. Well, technically, it might not be that area; it might be another
Hmm.
area that's out. So the main thing is just to go to the additional colors of your chakras and just keep them all balanced.
Uh-huh. And meditate.
So,
Try and meditate as much as you can. If you've got a spare hour in the house alone, sit down, meditate, and see if it comes to you what's actually wrong. A lot of the times, these answers will come to you if you relax, get to a meditative state, and ask
mm,
what's kind of going on with me. And usually, within a couple of hours, you'll figure out, oh right, okay, I need to get my bloods done, or I'm just not sleeping enough, or something. Ask
hmm
always. I'm a great believer in just asking. Don't try and figure these things out yourself. Ask your higher beings, ask your guides. Usually it comes to you within a
hmm
couple of hours.
and I did a video on vortex healing. You can also use that to balance your body. You can use it
Mhm.
and you can pinpoint it and for to heal your body. That will automatically start balancing stuff because maybe your cells are out of whack, maybe your muscles are out of whack, maybe your bones are
Mhm.
out of whack. So you can do that too to get your body um, into
There's
balance.
loads of tunes on YouTube, guys. There's loads of spiritual music and things out there that you can just lie down and relax to, and it helps to line your body back into place and things. Just do a little bit of research and don't just pick the first video. Just go do a little research. See if that's what you feel is you're wanting to meditate and relax on. And there's a tune out, well, no, a tune, a spiritual melody out there for practically everything. And just sit down, maybe hold a couple of crystals that's for that purpose, relax in a nice dark room, maybe not too dark, with a little light, candlelight or something. And you'll probably feel 100 times better after you do it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people haven't tried it, but try it.
Yep. Phoenix says, I think it's because she's a teenager, but my niece, mother, says the daughter doesn't listen to her and just doesn't care what the mother or stepmother says. You know, sometimes it's not so much, and you'll need to look into it to see, but sometimes it might not be the daughter's attitude toward that situation. Maybe it's the stepfather's, mother, stepfather. Maybe it's their attitude, and it's causing, you know, a lot of times. Okay, it's like if you have a dog and you're nervous about something, and you get close enough to your dog gets nervous because your dog feels that energy. It picks up that energy. So that's the same way with people too. So kind of look at the whole picture. Don't just assume it's your daughter's attitude.
Yeah.
But also look at it to see if maybe something else is going on that's causing that feeling.
I mean, is she doing something that we all done? I mean, I'm a good one. It's like sometimes Liam's music will be too loud, and William will say, "Tell him to turn that music down." And I'm like, "Did you never have your music up loud at 15?" And just reminding them that they were that age too, and they did these things as well. I mean, I know that sometimes being grumpy and things because the teenage energy is too much, especially when it's boys. Well, maybe girls is just as bad, but you've got to just remember and say, this is their time. I'm not going to put a damper on it. And, you know, and just let them enjoy it. Maybe point that out to your sister that if it's nothing that's too worrying anyway, that she's just doing what teenagers doing, it's her emotions.
Yeah, because if there's friction going on, you know, maybe that's the underlying reason for the attitude.
It probably will be,
I mean, you know, you really never know. But
I know that clothes and things these days are expensive. I mean, I know the pressure and money and things on a lot of people to have the latest trainers, the latest tracksuits and things is a lot. So even if it is something like that, maybe just if you are doing a sweetener jar, put it in there to be, I don't know, just put the intent in there to make her feel as if that she can get these things herself, to focus on getting a job and things, and putting her in a state when you're focusing and doing your work, and put it on her that she can now at her age find her own path to find a little job and things, and maybe she'll be able to save up and get trainers and different things if that's what the problem is, you know.
Right. Or more be open to more suggestions. Don't just be closed off. You know, don't just assume somebody's attacking you because they suggest something. But maybe be more open to go, well, you know what, maybe I'll take that in consideration. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I would do a sweetener jar on the situation then, and not just on the daughter. I would do a sweetener jar on the full family, and maybe you could maybe build them as a family in the jar, the three of them, and make it that the love is in the middle. Like put a rose quartz in the middle, put loads of rose petals round it, maybe even put a bit of twine in the jar to tie them together in case it doesn't work out, but maybe just loosely put it round them so that they have got a family unit, and then put all your love in the jar for them to get on, close the jar up, burn a candle on it with the intent that if things don't work out naturally, then everything will be okay, but just to help them with the family unit, and don't just do it on one person, do it on them as a group, if you like. You know them better than me, so I'm trying to guess what to put in, you know, but you know them better than I do, so work on them together, not just the one.
So JJ says hormones and emotions have something to do with it as well. I found with my daughter when she was a teenager that sometimes I had to think about the way I worded things so she wouldn't be defensive. Exactly. So to that, being open more to suggestions can have that understanding of, okay, maybe that's not exactly what she's meaning. You know,
Yeah.
because even me, I've been told 100 times that I'm rough around the edges. Because sometimes I just say things what I mean without really thinking about there was a better way to say it. And
Right.
also too, this helps. If you can lead the child, so if you can suggest something in a way for the child to come up with something so that it could be their idea,
Mhm.
their thoughts, and then they ask you about it, when you know you planted that seed, then it works out a whole lot better because then they think you're agreeing with them and supporting them when the whole time that plant you seeded is growing and
Mhm.
they're coming back. Yeah, and then they're saying, "Oh, well that worked out pretty good," because then they you turned it around and they're thinking they're coming up with the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely a difficult time. I mean, the staying on at school and things is a hard choice. Do you stay on? Do you leave? I don't know what it's like in your countries, but here they get the choice to leave at 16. So it's a hard decision to make. Do you want to stay and do your hires and things as well? So she's maybe she needs somebody to talk to about it all, and she's not getting that, and she just
mhm.
doesn't know how to word it.
Exactly. JJ, even today, I stop and think of how I word things. Yeah. See, and
Yeah,
I
you've
say
got
things
to.
sometimes, or I give a certain look, and sometimes, like, Leah's like, "Why are you mad?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not mad." And I'll have this look, and he's like, "You're mad. I see it in your face." I'm like, "Actually, I'm not mad. I'm just not smiling." But
Do you want to know what I used
I'm
to have
not
to tell
mad.
people? I used to walk when I stayed in New Lanark. Well, it was actually Braxfield Terrace. It wasn't New Lanark, and I used to just walk around like that. And they would say, "Drew, smile," and I'd be like, "I'm no sad. It's just my face. What do you want
Yeah.
me to do? Walk about with a permanent smile on my face? I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing, where I'm going." you know?
Exactly. You might have 10 things on your mind. My
Yeah, you're just.
son, my son, when he said he had sent me a picture a while back, and I said, "You look like you're mad," and he goes, "Mom, everybody says that. That's my look." And I turned at Lee. He was next to me. I said, you see, that's exactly what I'm saying. When you say that I look like I'm mad, I'm not mad. I'm just not smiling. I
I
got
think
things
that's why
going
now
on
I
in my
just permanently smile.
brain. Yeah, because I'll be like this,
Me too.
and but I'm not mad. I'm just not smiling. I'm
You've
like
just got a serious
thinking of
face.
things.
hmm So I just sit
Yeah.
and I just try and smile now and look to people as if I'm really just, yes, smiling. Because if you were just to sit like that, people would think you were disinterested. But yeah, they used to say that to me as well, and I'd be like, I'm no sad, I'm just no going about smiling all day long.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, my jaws hurt." Like I used to tell my kids, they would come to me and they were like, going 100 miles an hour. And I'm like, "Stop, stop. Don't talk to me for a while. My brain is tired. It needs to shut down for a bit. Don't talk to me right now. Let my
Mhm.
brain rest." I used to tell them. They're like, "Okay, Mom." And they would just walk away. An hour later, they
Mhm.
come back and look at me. I'm like, "Okay, what do you want?"
Go, relax for 5 minutes.
JJ, I think that's being sarcastic. Mystical, you? Question mark. I don't believe it. Yeah. And even like when I message you sometimes, I message you and sometimes I'm like, okay, so everybody don't know, when I message Drew, a lot of times I'm like, oh, whatever it is I'm going to ask. I'm just like, and I put it in. And then
But
and
I
then on the
know you're not
next,
being bossy.
and then on the next message, I'm like, "Sorry, Drew. I forgot to say good day, Drew."
It's okay.
But by
I
places
get
that I've worked, yeah, they say the same thing. They're like, "You are so rough around the edges," and I'm like,
it.
"Well, I don't know what to say.
I know.
That's
Good
me. I don't know
morning.
what to say." Yeah,
Oh, we love you
yeah.
the way you are. We wouldn't change you for the world. Never we would.
Phoenix says, "I do the same thing." Say, "I do the same thing," says JJ. "Mine are all grown up now, and I think and rephrase my wordings."
hmm
Uh,
Well, I've got a 35-year-old, which is my daughter. I've got Jodie, he's just turning 30, and then I've got Liam, he's just turned 15. And then wee Zach, he's 8. So I've got them with all ages. So you have to watch what you say to one, to the other, to the other.
Yeah. See, mine are already grown and got kids of their own. The
Mhm.
youngest was born in 1980. That's Jonathan. He was born in 1980. Now, I'm telling my age now. James was, no. Jonathan was born in 1982. James was born in 1980. And then Rowdy, which is actually like he's my stepson.
Right,
He was born in 1970.
right.
So they're all like grown, got their own
Well,
kids, and
own
yeah.
families, grown men.
yeah, all of that. So JJ says, Drew, you're too young to have a 35-year-old.
I had her when I fell pregnant at 16 and I had her when I was 17. And I had my own house by the time I was 17 and a half.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
yep.
So it's something how when they start getting so much older, it's like I lose track of their actual age. I just try to remember when they were born.
Mm-hmm.
Instead
You
of their
start having to
actual
think
age.
about it.
Yeah, because when you're my age, you do good to remember how old you are.
Your own date of birth, never mind your kids. Exactly.
I tell Lee, am I 62 or 63? He says, honey, you'll be 63 because I'm 2 years younger than him. So he always remembers his age. You know,
Well,
as a
me and
female,
William's
I don't
the
really
same
care.
age. We're the same age for the May to the September because I'm May the 6th and he's September the 18th, but the opposite year. So we're technically the same age for 6 months. And then he's older than me again.
Well, see, Lee always wants to know what's the age of everybody. He told me the other day, honey, how old is Danny? And I said, how am I supposed to know how old Danny is? To begin with, I don't care how old Danny is. And he's like, well, I was just wondering. I said, you always want to know people's ages. I said,
Ages,
I don't really care about people's ages. But he's always asking me.
Just curious.
Yeah, he's asked me before.
I'll be 51 in May.
Yeah, he's asked me before, how old is Drew? And I said, I don't know. I don't really care how old Drew is. She's my friend. I don't really care. No, you're not old. I'm old.
I've got friends of all ages as well. I mean, I've got friends that's probably like my niece and that. I class them as my friends as well. They're only like 20, and their friends are only like 20, and I class them as my friends. I've got like older friends that's old, and everybody is just a friendship, isn't it? It doesn't matter an age.
Yeah.
As long
I've
as you click.
always hung around older people, but I think that's because, okay, like Lee is more my age. She's 2 years older than me.
Right.
We don't really have like friends that come over. To begin with, I don't really want anybody here because since I work here, I don't really have.
Yeah, you've got to keep your energy clear in the house.
Well, it's not just that, but it's like I don't have time to visit people in my house. You know,
yeah, I get it.
I've always got things I gotta do this or I gotta do this, I gotta do this. You know, it's like being at work. You ain't got time to stop and have conversations with people. Now, if they want to see me and they want to spend time, then we'll like go out somewhere, like eat together or something like that. Yeah. But I've always spent more time with older people because my late husband that passed away, he was 20 years older than me. Right. Of course, when we got together, he lied about his age and told me he was younger.
Oh, wow.
And so all of his friends were older, of course.
Right.
So I got married to him when I was 19, and so I always hung around with older people.
Right.
Know, because what am I hearing? Is that on my end? Okay, it stopped. That was weird. That was a weird noise.
I didn't hear anything.
It was a.
I know my fridge is on, but that's been on all the time, my fridge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing it again. That is weird. So I've never really spent time like with younger people because since I was so used to that, I always saw the younger people. I would always say, is that mine?
I can't hear anything, honestly. Can you hear that in the chat, guys? Because I can't hear anything. I know my fridge is on, but my fridge has been on since we started.
Yeah, no, it don't sound like a fridge. It sounds like an interruption or something. So, so yeah, it's like I always thought as kids, I always say that kids aren't adults until they're like 27 years old, because at
Yeah,
that time they actually start thinking like an adult. Other than that, they're still like a kid. That's what I
yeah, I
always
get
thought.
it.
Even though I wasn't even that old at that time, I was thinking that. But
Well,
I
I've
just
always said that
so
men in general don't grow up till they're about 30. I mean, I've had partners that's younger than me. I've had partners that's the same age.
yeah.
And I always say, and even like with the people that I know around me, men in general don't really grow up till they're about 30 and start wanting to settle down and not have their friends around and go nights out every weekend and different things. So I think 30 is a kind of settling down age for a lot of
Oh,
males.
welcome in, Shaylee B.
Welcome in.
She says she could hear the interruption.
Could you hear it, Sherry?
Oh,
Shirley?
Panka is in
Panka?
here also.
Hi,
Yeah,
Panka.
says I can hear it also. It's gone away now. That was weird.
I didn't hear anything, guys.
So that must have been coming out on my end.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, you're waiting on your first grandchild, Jan.
Phoenix could hear it too.
Brilliant. That's my fridge stopped
Yeah,
now.
yeah. LOL, Phoenix. We're waiting for our first grandchild. My
Oh,
daughter has
brilliant.
one class and then she'll graduate with her MBA. Wow. Okay, see, I hear it again.
I can't hear anything.
That's weird. It just started.
I wonder if we'll hear it on the replay. I'll listen back.
She says, thanks, I did. I'm here, by the way, from Lady Gravedancer's channel. That's funny because
Brilliant.
we're here together, too, from Lady Gravedancer's channel, because I used to watch her. Drew used to watch her. And then somehow or another, we ended up watching each other, and then now we're doing
Yeah.
lives together and inviting Lady Gravedancer on our channel.
I'll need to get her back on my channel because last week was terrible. That delay was just difficult for everybody. It made it really hard. So we'll definitely get that arranged now that all the Wi-Fi is sorted out. Because I wanted you to be there as well because we kind of got a journey together with Lady Gravedancer, you, me in October. So I would like it to be the 3 years that there when we have a chat with her. She needs to know how important she is, guys. She really does.
So, Shaylee, I made you a moderator, too, so anybody wants to click on your channel and subscribe. That way, if everybody's in blue, you just have to click on their name, and then it will take you to subscribe to their channel, and you won't leave the live because it'll bring you right. You'll be right back on the live again, too.
Yeah, I can't comment, guys, because I'm on my phone.
So, and then she says tequila bringing people together in all kinds of ways. Yep.
Well, that's what we were hoping to do through the garden and things, and we'll go back to the online coven and things like that, guys. But that's what we're trying to do: is bring a group of spiritual people together, help grow together, help share things, and where nobody's better than the other, nobody's higher than the other. Nobody's practice is the one practice. Just everybody where we've got a community where we can all just share things and take notes from each other. I think it's going to be a great year for that. We all just need to stick together, keep sharing everybody's live streams, make the effort as well to show up for people. That's important. And everybody does the same for you back.
Yep. Well, I thank you everybody for coming in. Anybody got any questions for me and Drew? I don't want to keep her too late because she's now with our time change. She's 4 hours ahead of me.
It's 20 past 8 here, guys.
Oh, I'm just
It's nice to meet you too, Ramona.
Noise. Panka says noise again. I don't know where that's coming from. Drew, what do you think? Troubleshoot it. Where do you think it's coming from?
I really don't know.
Because it just started. It just started like, what, 10 minutes? And it comes and goes off and on. And I haven't moved anything. I haven't touched anything for anything to come on. I don't know.
Well, it could be the spirits. It could be the spirits because often when we're live, especially on Ghost Squad Scotland, and when we used to be live in Bold and Bonkers, it would do it all the time. Uncle Danny's lives as well. And see, when you play it back, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear voices, because one time we were actually live on Lunar's panel, and I was in the chat, or was I on the live? I can't remember. But they all went away to share links, and we were left there with my headphones on. And through it, it came through saying, "Tell so and so," I can't remember the name. Just say John. "Tell John I'm sorry." And I said to Luna and things, was one of you speaking? Did you hear that? And look, we weren't speaking. And sure as anything, when we rewound it, you could hear it as clear as day, "Tell John I'm sorry." And not one person
Wow.
had spoke. So definitely listen to it back, because there could be a voice there.
Wow, that's interesting. And too, off of the spiritual side, I'm wondering if somebody could be like driving down the main road in front that maybe has a CB or
Maybe.
something.
Could be,
Or,
Bluetooth on
you
or
know,
something.
yeah, and it's catching the interference. So it was
Well,
just
there you
weird.
go. They do tell you when you're out and about travelling to turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone, because when you're travelling along the road and you've got your Wi-Fi on, any router that comes into contact with will try and connect to it. So they advise you to put your Wi-Fi off when you're going out and just keep
Yeah,
your mobile data on,
yeah.
because it will try and connect to different routers. That's how
And
they can trace where people go missing.
yeah, I see the hospital is right down the road, and the helicopters, the flights are continuously coming across, and
That's probably what it is.
it might be, it can possibly
Yeah.
pick up that too. Good
See,
tip about the
you'll
Wi-Fi.
have like a radio silence type of thing above you then, won't you? Like some type of, so you can't tune in. Or am I just exaggerating? There is such a thing.
Uh,
I'm
I
just
don't
thinking, if
know.
there's an airport nearby, how do they stop people from trying to intertwine into the radios and things?
I don't
Maybe
know.
there's some sort of blockage.
Maybe that's why when you fly, they tell you either don't use your phone or put your phone on the what's that other word?
Don't be surprised if we're live sometime on your channel and you hear a wee voice saying, "It's okay, it's just a local airfield checking you're not you're not from outer space, or you're not Russians." Because they
Well,
see the
I
signal.
took a picture. I took a picture of the house and back one day, and I clearly saw an alien standing there.
Well, I
And
wouldn't.
I sent it to my sister, and I said, "Don't this look like an alien?" And she's like, "Yeah, but so do all those other ones around it look like aliens." Well, I thought
Oh,
that. Yeah, and then I thought maybe it was a glitch in my camera, and I'm pretty sure I just didn't think about it and deleted it off. And the more
yeah.
I think about it, I think I should not have deleted that picture.
No,
You can
no.
see the head, you can see the big eyes, you can see the body and everything. And I'm
Wow.
like, and my brother used to live in that house. And my
Mhm.
brother always said he had to, because my brother was an ordained minister, very, very, very big on his religion. He had to, not that I'm not knocking religion, I'm just trying to explain how he was. And
Yeah.
he had to sleep, he had to have his radio on like Christian music all day and all night, because he said that house was like haunted
Oh,
back
wow.
there. Yeah, and so he said he always got a really weird feeling, so he had that music playing all the time, and it is just so weird that I saw that. And then I got another picture of it one time of this like black mass, kind of like a, I don't even, okay, picture a snake and picture kind of like a dragon, kind of a mix. Now,
Right.
now keep in mind, since I'm not scared of snakes, and one of my spirit animals is a dragon, this was like an evil thing.
Right.
Okay, where I took the picture, and I'm gonna use my hands. If the house was this big, that thing, it kind of like was swirling on the side to the house, and then up, and then above the house, facing this way. I took the picture, and you could clearly see, well, the way it was facing, you could clearly see the eye on
Oh,
it, like it was actually something, not just a mist. Yeah,
yeah.
and
No, that would have been
I
something.
got that picture. I don't think I have it on my phone anymore.
In
It
your
might
Google Drive,
it
maybe.
It might be on my computer because I definitely saved that one.
Wow.
But
You
it
could
looked
take more
weird.
pictures.
And the creek is right there, so it looked like it was almost coming from the creek area. And you could see it looked like a swirl. And when it got to the top, it was like, if I remember right, it was like right over,
It
not on
started
top of the house,
echoing.
but that length, that tall of the house
Right.
that it was.
You could take more pictures and see if you can capture more.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes
Yeah, what's
on
chat saying?
over
What are you
over
saying, chat?
there. Oh, I got busy yakking and didn't even look at the chat. Uh,
Speak of
speak
the
of the.
devil, my daughter. Sorry, sis. I keep forgetting it's your chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you, JJ.
Hi, JJ. See you soon,
Thank you for
sis.
coming in. Okay, see what in Phoenix. Thanks, JJ, sis. But I still want them to hurry up with a baby.
Baby, yeah. Definitely. Having wee grandkids is the best. I love the Reed's act pieces,
uh,
honestly. It's
I
so funny because he's the one that's most like me.
don't.
All the kids, my grandson is most like me. And he watches paranormal. Well, he doesn't really watch paranormal stuff unless he's with me, but it's question after question, and he loves to hear about all the crystals, and he picks up stones, he picks up sticks and gives me them, and oh, the boy's, he's going to definitely be some sort of mystical person when he's older, for
Yeah.
sure.
James,
Paranormal investigator lately.
my son James is like that. He's into, all of this stuff here too. He didn't get to
Yeah.
take anything back with him when he left because he took a flight and you can't take stuff on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
But when he
Right.
drives, I'll give him sage and he'll go through my crystals that we dig up ourselves from the crystal mines. He'll go through them and see what he wants to take with him. I think last time he took a whole bucket full, I think. Because I just tell him, whatever's in the buckets, whatever you want to take, just take them.
Take
Because a
them.
lot of them I'll save and I'll just sell for like burying around the house or the property.
Yeah.
I'll sell them like the pound or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's a lot like me.
You'll
The
probably
younger,
see Zach in a lot of the videos when we go foraging for the sticks and things we need for the garden and different things. You'll see Zach in it. I'll take him with me. He loves all
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's great. It's so fun to be out just in the woods and stuff. But
Yeah, I love it.
I
So
kind
does
of
the wee
have
man.
to, when I go out, I kind of have to not let Lee know. I just do it because he's so worried.
But your woods are dangerous, that's why. The most we'll run into is a squirrel with a bad toothache or something that might bite you. It's the worst we'll run into. You can run into bears and poisonous snakes and spiders and things.
Well, we got like mountain
And
lions.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, we got mountain lions. I wish I saw a Sasquatch. I'd be like, hey. So
Disappear.
yeah, because they come through a portal. I know they come through a portal. They gotta come through
I
a portal.
definitely think that's where people disappear to. I do. I think they disappear through these portals.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
Lee's always believed that too. He says the reason they can't be found is because they come and go through a portal.
Yep, that's exactly what I
If
think.
they think you spotted them, they'll just disappear. It's just that simple.
Yep, take you with them. Come with me.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Oh, you know what? Ramona's not even in blue. Let me get Ramona.
You know
let me
Ramona.
get you in blue. If y'all see somebody not in blue, let me
Uncle
know.
Danny. Uncle Danny's back.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to Uncle Danny. I'm going to show Mystical Living Light how to upload StreamYards on her phone. And then I'm going to practice my crocheting.
Okay,
Because I'm
Ramona.
determined.
Ramona and Shaylee, I hope I'm saying that right. Y'all are blue now. If you want to just comment and say hey or something, I'll know that it's, that you're blue. Hi, Danny.
Does one of you want to put my link up, guys? Because I can't comment. I don't know if you have me or not on you. I can't comment because I'm on my phone.
Okay,
one of you want to put my link up?
How do I put your link up?
You just copy. Well, wait, now I'll come back.
Oh, I can do it on my phone. Oh, where did she go? I think she went to go do it. Let's see. Give me a minute, everybody. I'm going to try to see if I can get her link. Let's see here. I don't know where she went. Let's see. Subscribers. Drew. No, that's not Drew. I hit the wrong one. Where you at, Drew? There you are. Drew. Let's see here. View channel. About. Let's see here. Give me time. I'm bringing hers up. About. Let's see. There you are.
I don't know what I did. I think I pressed leave instead of hitting the more to try and share my link.
I'm on
Sorry,
yours.
guys.
I'm on yours, Drew. I'm bringing it up to try to get your link.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it. Oh, Danny did it.
I don't know why
okay.
I can't hear you. Wait, no, I turned my phone up.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me okay right now? I don't know if I've maybe pressed mute.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. She's still trying to come in.
Thank you, Uncle Danny. Right now, put this in, guys.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've got it open on. Chrome, so why is it not doing that? Why is it not letting me?
Can you hear me, Drew?
Comment. It's not letting me hear you.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Drew? She's trying to get it back on. She thinks she hit the wrong thing. She's froze up, I think.
I don't know why it's not letting me hear you. Right, speak again.
Okay. Danny says he can hear us both, but I can hear you fine. You just can't hear us.
Speak now and see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Drew?
No. You are in the show. Everyone can hear and see you. I can't hear you.
We can.
Who's that? Media.
We can still hear you. We can.
Speak now.
Can you hear me, Drew?
I can't hear you.
You still can't hear me?
I honestly don't know how I can. I didn't do anything different except for leave and come back in.
So can you hear me now?
Right now, go to settings. Audio. Hello, hello.
Hello,
Default.
hello. We can hear you.
Hey, hello, hello.
Hello. Can you hear me now, Drew?
See, I can't hear you.
Try going out.
Leaving.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and come back in, but I think she just did. We can hear her. The chat can hear her, and I can hear her, but she can't hear. She can't hear. Turn up your volume on the side of your phone. Turn up your volume. Oh, okay. When she comes back, we'll suggest that to her. Hello, the Witch's Fae. Welcome in. Oh, is it a Witch's Eye? I'm seeing two different things. Oh, Witch's Eye. Hello, Witch's Eye. Welcome in. I'll make you blue, so if anybody wants to oh, Drew, let's see, can you hear us now? Hello?
I don't understand how I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you read that?
I don't understand. Right, history.
I'm trying to bring up. She left again. Huh. Well, she's coming back. I'm trying to make I'm trying to make you a moderator. So if anybody wants to, you can. That's weird. Okay, there we go. Add moderator. Okay, Witch's Eye, I made you a moderator. That way, if you want to click on anybody's name, you can sub to them. They can click on your name and sub to you. Phoenix. Hey, Mystical. This sounds like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Okay, what about now? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Why
Still
is that?
can't.
Why is that? I can't hear you. I heard you earlier.
Yep. Check your vote.
I'm trying to
headphones
tell
back
her and see if it makes a difference. Don't get it.
Let me go to her private chat.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sugar. Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you
See,
hear
I
me?
can't hear you at all.
Turn your volume up on your phone. Oh, she just went off. Are you there, Drew? She's trying to get it going. Gotta jump. Have a great day. Okay, Shaylee, thank you for coming in.
It says audio.
Turn the volume up on your phone. Oh. Turn it up. Turn the volume up. Can you hear me? Hey, Drew, turn off phone, turn on again.
Coming up.
Okay, can you hear me now? I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Do as if it's okay. We'll go just now. Then what I'll do is I'll talk to you once I fix this, sis, because I cannot hear you.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close it off anyway.
I don't understand.
So you're muted, sis. Oh, are you muted? Are you muted?
Silent.
Muted. Here, let me. Where was it at?
Slight issues in your camera microphone.
You're muted.
StreamYard. Right, so we got to that. Let's see if this works. Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear you?
Okay, are you muted? Oh, I was going to show her that. Are you muted? Okay, well, she's having technical difficulties. We'll give her a few minutes, see if she comes on again. Because now she's going to have to make sure hers is working okay. Let's see. I wrote down, are you muted? Let me go to the private chat. Are you muted? Enter. Are you muted? I sent her a message. I'm going to send her a message on Instagram and tell her to check that. Are you muted? And let's see if she is phone volume shut off. She checked it because she went down it and we lost the volume, and then she went back up again, but we still couldn't hear her. Danny. I sent her a message and asked her if she was muted. Had to stream. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I don't understand how I can't hear you.
Are you muted?
I can't read that, sis. Put it in the private chat.
I
If you
did.
press chat, you'll be able to put it in private chat.
Are you muted?
You're muted, sister. It's not muted. Wait, I'll show you.
No.
It's not muted.
Okay. Volume VOLUM.
Not muted.
Volume up.
Can you hear me okay?
On. Yes. Phone. Yes.
And then that's it back.
Enter.
Camera off. Camera on.
Can you hear me?
Aye, my volume's right up.
Okay, her volume's up.
Yep.
Her volume is up. Take out earplug cord.
Yep, media's right up. Ringtone.
Take out earplug cord.
Do not disturb.
Danny
So.
said,
Yep, everything's up.
take out earphone plug. Enter.
I don't understand it.
Danny said, take out earphone plug.
One ear plug out, phone out. One earphone plug out. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you just hear me? Take out ear plug cord, right?
No, unplug it. Unplug it. Can't hear you now. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Using my mic, like.
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Is that better now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me now. I still can't hear you.
Oh.
Then it said refresh page, right? Refresh.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and end it. Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end it here. And then I'll stay on her, with her in the back room and see if we can get this figured out. Okay, thank you everybody for coming in. We really appreciate it. Remember, tomorrow, me and Drew will be on my channel with Living History Mysteries. So we'll be on there tomorrow. So make sure you come back tomorrow, okay? Thank you, everybody. We're going to end the broadcast here. Bye.